So there we have a Valentine in Isfahan, which is the second most important city of Iran. And there's a lovely couple sitting in the middle of the hotel, and there's no problem. Nobody is harassing you. There's no police. It's completely free, right? Okay. So do you celebrate Valentine? میگیرین؟ خیلی از جوانای ایرانی میگیرن؟
آره الان برید پست پروسس زیاد کردن
ولی مثلا روابط دختر پسرها خیلی راحت تر شده از 6 7 خب الحمدلله. And what is this all about? Is that what you got? Who got this for who? You got that for her? My goodness, she is lucky.
I just wanted to say you I love.
Oh, you just wanted to say to her that you love her.
I don't know.
می‌خواستین بهشون بگین که دوستشون دارین. Okay. هیچ وقت فکر کردید دولت مثلا میتونسته بهتر از این عمل بکنه که مردم؟
دولت اگه میخواست ما زمان جنگ رفته بودیم، جنگ برادرمون هم شهید شده بود، فقط آدمو میذارن سر کار. برای من تا حالا برامون کاری نکردن.
هیچ وقت رأی دادی تو این چند ساله؟
همیشه.
Did your family vote for Mr. Khatami?
My family not.
No.
Actually they don't like this Republic Islamic Republic.
Oh, they don't like Islamic Republic.
They don't vote.
They don't vote.
Every day.
انتخاب اخیرم به این رئیس جمهوری که هست من رأی ندادم.
من خودم رأی دادم.
به آقای احمدی خب همین یعنی
ولی خب شاید از دور اول نبود دور دوم ولی شاید الان خیلی خوشحال نباشه.
من همیشه اینو پیش خودم گفتم یه بده یه بدتره. گفتم لااقل بده باشه نه بدتره.
آها. پس کی به این رأی داد رئیس جمهور شد؟
مومن رأی دادن.
مومن همین که خرن.
Ahmadinejad is very
Chi?
very traditional.
Very radical or traditional. Okay, he's religious and he doesn't. Okay.
He cannot have good idea for international.
Okay.
گفتن که ما از احمدینژاد زیاد خوشمون نمیاد.
ما هم همینطور. Do you think is it a good thing to have a nuclear energy?
It is good, but if they had any decide to protect themselves, to war to Israel,
Okay.
we want to do this.
Okay, so you don't want a war. You don't want a war.
Yes, it's good.
You don't want a war.
No, we don't like.
Okay.
This is very bad.
نظر من انرژی هسته‌ای واسه هر کشوری یه چیز لازم و ضروریه. ولی خب کشور ما خیلی چیزا نیاز داره تا برسه به انرژی هسته.
من فکر میکنم حیاتشون تو بحران سازیه.
جالبه. در نتیجه این تنها راه براشون که بمونه.
پاسخ به اون سوالایی که عملاً نمیتونن سر اقتصادی پاسخ بدن.
Are you fearful? Are you scared of Iran being sanctioned and Iran getting into a war over nuclear issue?
Yes, we are.
You are worried about that.
جنگم بشه ارزشش داره.
بازم فکر کنی ارزشش داره. جالبه.
این یه چیزی که هست حالا همه ایرانی‌ها اکثر ایرانی‌ها اینجوریان که حاضر نیستن زیر بار برن. زیر بار حرف زور
به جنگ نمیتونم پیش بینی کنم ولی فکر میکنم با تحریم میونه خوبی داشته باشه.
تحریم میونه خوبی داشته باشه.
خودشون میطلبن.
عجب. Anyways, thank you so much. Thank you for your time. All right, bye. Strange feeling I have. Without telling my parents, I sat in a taxi and I'm driving towards the main jail of Isfahan, which this is the place I was detained for 63 days. I have a level of anxiety because I don't know how the guards around there are like, or will they caught me taking some footage from the jail building, and especially the one I was in. There it is. That's the wall. That's the gate I was released from. They just stormed in, really, and went upstairs and knocked on the door of the unit. My mom opens the door, and here are 8 men storming into her house with no notification and searched the room and took everything I had in my room. I spent 63 days behind these walls, placed in a 2 by 2.5 meters cell, shared with drug dealers and murderers, beaten up, humiliated. I'm saying goodbye to my Swan house, maybe for the last time.
L'utilisation des téléphones portables est interdite après la fermeture des portes de l'avion.
Minutes ago, I left Tehran safely. I'm in Air France airplane, and one of the interesting things about when you depart from Tehran is the fact that everybody, ladies, Persian ladies, just quickly take off their veil, and it becomes a free country, although we are still on Iranian soil. But quickly they take it off, and it's Western. It all becomes West quicker than you think. Good night, my dear Tehran. I'll miss you.
I co-produced that story with Farid Hairanejad, who also did the editing on it. And what you've seen is just a small taste of the 9 remarkable hours of footage that Bahman took during his stay back in Iran. And by the way, just last night, Bahman attended a discussion group that was founded by his friend Ramin Jahanbegloo, who is, of course, the Canadian now imprisoned under allegations of espionage in Iran.
I have a question for you, Evan. The people who were giving interviews to him, did they ever realize, or did he tell them that they would end up being broadcast on a Canadian television news program?
It's a great question, and we asked Bahman as we were going through the footage, Farid and I, and he was adamant that everyone there would be okay, that they were absolutely fine with it. And this is really the paradox of Iran. On one hand, you have this repressive regime that is arresting people, and Bahman knows firsthand about that, as does his friend right now. On the other hand, you have this fast bubbling pool of young people and people who have dialogue.
A huge pool of young people.
Yeah, 70% of the population is under the age of 30, and there's so much dialogue. So it just shows you that it's not just one thing, that there's so much nuance and complexity within a country like Iran. And that gave you a real picture, and what a courageous young man to go back there and to take that kind of footage and to bring that back to us.
Quickly, will he be able to ever go back again?
Well, he thinks he will be able to go back again, but I tell you what, he didn't announce his arrival to anyone, including his parents, as you saw there.
Yeah, we'll see it in hindsight.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
But please stay with us when we come back. God and government, they can be a volatile mix. So why does a former U.S. Secretary of State think the world needs more religion in politics?
I don't think I've ever seen things in such a turmoil.
That's coming up on CBC News Sunday night.